Oh,
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as
Uh,
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
my bones, they hurt.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Oh yeah,
What
this
exactly
I think
did
is
the
familiar.
narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, it's the office layout.
that's cute. 2 doors.
The set of 2 doors was a very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable designs. Once the room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of the exploration of contradiction in this room posed. Filing cabinets. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path of Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development. Throughout the core layouts remain almost identical to the first iteration. Nature paintings. The office. A desk. Credits. What's over here? Let's find out. An early version of the maintenance room. Warzone.
Warzone.
Early development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Ultra Deluxe announcements. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement of the game's delay. Money!
So they announced the game and delayed it immediately after.
That's funny. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What's the difference between a duck? How is the game going? I hope it's as good and better as the first one. From a cool man. After the second trailer was... Are you a rock? After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are the section of those emails. Can you tell me the significance of the number 1112800 is? Well, the thing I want to know is, what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? I don't care enough to read these. Early version of the lounge. Office. The apartment timer. In previous versions of the choice letting you apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. I don't want to read all this stuff. Reading hurts. Reading hurts. Reading hurts. I don't know why I thought I said that wrong. The game is now paused. Am I, like, supposed to be somewhere? I'm a little lost.
Reading hurts.
Reading hurts.
Stanley pushed.
Kevin
Ooh,
Bridington, the
3
voice
times.
of the
Then
narrator,
he pushed the number 4.
recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development. These are clips from
When
early
Stanley
takes that were
came
not
to
used
the
in the
bay,
final
He
game.
traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever. Stanley pushed the number 6.
I was hoping you would say something funny.
Stanley?
Stanley pushed the number 6. I can be the narrator. I can say words. Okay, how do I get out of this? Do I just, like, leave? Oh, I can't get in these.
Oh, bro died.
I'm dead. I'm in heaven.
4.
Stanley pushed the number 4. Oh, here's the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Well, rip. I didn't let time choose. I was texting someone. Oops. I think this is a speed run. This is a speed run. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
When Stanley
So
came to
funny.
a set of
That's
2
pretty right on the nose, huh?
He entered the door on his left.
It's like the idea of this one's gonna be the speed room.
Yet
Wait,
there
new
was not a
content.
single person here either. Feeling a
It
wave
piqued my
of
interest, I won't lie.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his coming to a staircase.
Oh shit, what's the
Stanley walked
passcode?
upstairs to his
2,
boss's
8,
office.
4, 5? 2852 4? Well, I
Stepping
need
into
help.
his manager's office,
I don't know it.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
There you go. No!
Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose
Come
be?
on.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his
No!
feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
I was...
So close.
Stanley couldn't
fuck
possibly
me.
have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
2845.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
In case this is not a 2845. Come on, go, 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 go. Is there bunny hopping? Is there wave dashing? What's going on here?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Yeah.
Mind Control Facility.
You got a PC steering wheel?
No, I wish I did.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Dude, if I had a
What
PC steering
horrible
wheel, I'll play
secret
some
did
American
this place
truck driving
hold?
simulator
Stanley
while
thought to
drinking and
himself.
see if it's really
Did
that
he
bad.
have the strength to find out?
Guys, today we're gonna have a drunk driving stream, and
I support
let's
it.
just say
Now
if
the monitors
I
jumped to life. Their
win,
true nature revealed.
then we're doing it in real
Each
life.
bore the number of an employee.
We get my CDL and then
Stanley's
test it for real.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to
After every car I hit, I donate to
one of them,
my bank
eternally
account for
monitoring
more
this
liquor.
place where freedom meant nothing.
Every car hits, take a shot.
All of his coworkers
2845.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
New content.
New content. Can't wait to explore that new
When
content.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
That's funny.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments
Yo,
with
come
some
on.
calming new age music.
No! God damn it. He's a freak. He's a freak.
Feeling
Let me through the
soothed
store.
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passage.
Come on, if I have to do this again, I'll be mad.
It's funny.
Thought I didn't push the button, I was scared.
Oh, you just fell into the elevator chute.
4:22 is the time to beat. Find out what the
Stanley
test
walked straight
achievement
ahead
is.
through the large door that read
Ugh.
Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I just lost some time there. Lost some precious time.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The
has to do
lives
with
of
the
so
new
many
concept.
individuals
Oh,
reduced
goddamn
to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this
I lost some
place
time there.
where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
I'm getting dizzy.
Was this
Fucking
the only
just spinning
reason he
around.
was happy with his boring job? That his
Come on.
emotions had been
Come on.
manipulated to accept
Come on.
it blindly?
Get me up.
No. He refused
No.
to believe it. He couldn't
No, I
accept
refuse.
his own life in someone else's control.
Can't
Never.
be.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
Impossible.
Was it even possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I was unable to see.
The heart of the operation.
Unbearable.
Labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided
to fucking not let the narrator talk.
So now we're gonna listen to some smooth jazz.
That actually upset me. You have no idea.
blackness.
Blackness.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Oh, look at this guy.
Freedom was
LSD
mere
Rush is
moments
playing
away.
Yakuza 0.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Please, give it
Where
to me.
had his
Give it to me.
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
How do I
For
lose
it was not
followers?
knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but
May
happiness.
stop following you.
Perhaps
Like,
his
there
goal
has to be a
had not been
conscious
to
decision for
understand,
someone to be like, oh, I don't
but
want to
let
follow
go.
this guy anymore. and then
No
look me
longer
up
would anyone tell him
to
where
unfollow
go,
me, you know?
what to do.
Maybe he got banned.
Oh, that's
Whatever
possible.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he
If I get
needed to
1,000
know.
followers
It was
before like
perhaps
the end of the year, I
only
think I would
thing
be
worth knowing.
ecstatic.
Stanley stepped through the open
How many
door.
do you have?
98.
And you want 1,000?
Stanley felt
Yeah.
the cool breeze.
If I
upon his
fucking get on my
skin,
social media
the
game, I
feeling
probably
of
could.
liberation,
I just don't know how to use
the
Twitter.
immense possibility of the
Like, how do you
new
get
path
seen on
before
Twitter?
him. This was exactly the way,
Say
right
something
now,
racist.
that things were meant to happen. And
You know,
Stanley was
That's an
happy.
idea. Give it to me. Give me the achievement. You know you want to. Oh, Biscuit just fell. That was the cutest thing. Nope.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Come
be?
on. I want to change my
Stanley decided
pants.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did you see me look down for a second? That was Biscuit.
Yeah.
But he nudged my arm,
When
made me look
Stanley
down.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Full surprise. What the fuck? Yeah, this is the run. This is the run. The narrator said, fuck it. Yeah. Oh, maybe if I crouch there.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. Maybe if I spam click, I'll click the button faster.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he
Why
have
is
the
right
strength
click
to
move
find
forward?
out?
Can you play this game completely from your mouse?
Now the monitors jumped to life.
How would
Their
that
true
work?
nature revealed.
I'm doing it right
Each
now.
bore the
Like, if you
number
look
of
at
an
the stream,
employee in the building.
it's just my hand.
Stanley's co-workers.
Oh.
The lives of so
Are you
many
moving forward?
individuals
Right
reduced to
click.
images on a screen. And Stanley,
Weird.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
I'm
it
gonna
couldn't
get
be
it.
True. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated
Come on.
to accept it blindly?
Give me up.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Possible.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad.
What does jeer
or
these
content.
props mean?
Walking, eating,
What?
working. All of it
What does
monitored and
jeer these
commanded from this
props
very
mean?
place.
I have
And
no
as the
idea.
cold reality of his past
does strike
began
the
to
set
sink
mean?
in, Stanley decided
What?
Strike the set?
Maybe?
Maybe what?
Maybe he'll strike the set.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
I thought you're the movie
and a
guy. I thought
rising
you
chill of
did this shit.
uncertainty. Was it over?
I like how Jackie responded to you saying no
What did I say?
Yes.
in,
He had won.
in actual
He
words.
had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly
My
opened,
fault.
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps
I was
his
looking for
goal had not
happiness,
been to
joy.
understand,
I just
to
wanted to
let
smile
go.
once.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Did you get the
what to
speeder?
do, or how to feel.
I don't know.
Whatever life he lives,
You gotta wait
it
for the
will
store.
be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze
This might be it,
upon
though.
his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I was happy. Please, give it to me. Give it to me. How could I possibly go faster?